Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to the show. Hope everybody is doing good, man. Today we're diving back into that lab. We're talking Xavier Legette scouting report for these Carolina Panthers now. He was South Carolina product, and I mean, I was pretty bullish on this man. I think he is very good, a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and he could take the league a storm. While these Panthers, we'll see what happens with Bryce Young and how they do build with this new regime now in Carolina, so we will see, and I do like Xavier Legette quite a bit. So let's dive into pros, cons, and a grade score for Xavier Legette, South Carolina. As we enter this draft process, I was very excited and hopeful that the Buffalo Bills may take a stab and try to get themselves an Xavier Legette. Did not happen, and we understand they got themselves Keon Coleman, so that is okay, but we're talking what Legette could potentially be in the NFL. He took the league by storm last year in college football and did have his breakout campaign. He was very good, which did raise him up into that first round, as the Panthers did get him at the end of the first round. So let's talk about those team that drafted him was those Carolina Panthers, round 1, pick 32, like I'm saying. And I think that, when you talk about what they required to help out a Bryce Young, I think it was very important that they established more talent, more athletic ability, more, big playmaking studs on this offense, and they got themselves a good one in Xavier Legette. We talk about what they have in this wide receiver room on the depth. Deontay Johnson does come over from the Pittsburgh Steelers to add to an Adam Thielen, an aging Adam Thielen. So you had to inject an influx of youthful or younger talented wide receivers to help the cause, to help out a Bryce Young where he did not look good last year and everybody's calling him a bust already. Now there's some potential here that we could see, Bryce Young move and spread the ball around the field to Deontay, to Adam Thielen, and hopefully Legette does find himself a decent role as well. They still got Terrace Marshall. They still got a Jonathan Mingo, Chris Sims, Amir Smith, Marchette, David Moore, and then a Jalen Coker and another rookie to add to this offense as well. So there is, building opportunity here in this wide receiver room that we can all get excited about. And I think, taking him at pick number 32 was definitely not a stretch whatsoever. Keeping him in that first round, hopefully to get the fifth-year option on his rookie deal. So it is a good situation, but he has a lot of pros. There is no question. But let's talk about those measurables. As per always, he is 6'1", 221, beefy guy, 23 years of age, played in 53 contests, 113 receptions, 1678, 14.8 on the average, and 12 touchdowns. So statistically speaking, he did not wow us throughout his entire collegiate career, but he did showcase this all last year, which did raise his stock, which did promote the fact that he could be something pretty decent in the NFL, if not, hopefully pretty special. But let's talk those pros. Like I'm saying, he's got a heaping of them. Beefy, bully, strong, plays bigger than listed. I think that's the biggest marker that I did see, is when you see 6'1", it looks like he's playing at 6'3", 6'4" out there, especially with how he is able to at least, bully these defenders off the mark, especially when it comes to his contested catch ability. There is opportunity for him here, and I think that, it's more like a Debo type of guy with maybe even bigger bully upside. And you got to believe Debo's one of these guys in the NFL that plays very hard, plays fast, and makes a lot of plays. I think Legette could fit into that similar role and category where he is used on the gadgets a little bit, through the sweeps, through the runs, over the middle, and then make plays on the yak as well. He is this good. I do like Legette in a lot of these stances when we're talking about what he could do in the open field. Playmaker, good athletic ability, no question, 6'1", 220, and a guy that's a supreme athlete. You sign me up for that all day long. I absolutely love how he plays football and his athletic ability. When you're seeing him reaching out, stretching up for the ball, whether he's in the jump ball categories, whether it's toe drag swag, he's making all these catches look routine. He looks very good. Extremely fluid running style. And you know me, running backs and wide receivers, if they are fluid, sign me up all day long. And Xavier Legette definitely fills, those check boxes for me as well. Fantastic speed. And I think this is where he got, a leg up on a guy. I'm not comparing him to Debo, but it is very similar. This is where he would have a leg up, where Debo is not a 4.3 guy, a sub 4.4 guy. 4.39 on the 40-time tape speed definitely matches this for an Xavier Legette. So good in this respect. He's got the twitchy burst. He's got the breakaway wheels. And we saw Spencer Rattler tossing the ball down the field. We see Legette able to, even over the middle, get it and take off and make a house call. Breakaway wheels are definitely there. He's got that twitchy burst ability when he does get off the line with that burst first step. I do love it a lot, man. Great head fake on his route. So while I do have some negatives and the cons on the route tree, the head fakes are definitely there, man. He will absolutely make people miss and make them second guess where they are on the field, put them on skates when he does do the head fake pretty well. So that's a positive also. Good hands, contested catch pluses. Like I'm saying, when the ball's in the air, he will challenge for the football. Spencer Rattler showcased that with him last year, and as they did figure out their chemistry. And I mean, okay, is there opportunity where he does drop footballs when it is contested catch ability? Absolutely, but he gets up, like I'm saying, with that athletic ability. I mean, he out jumps almost everybody on the field, and at that size, I mean, he's going to be very difficult to, contest against when he is making those catches, man. Sound arm push-off separation, and this is what I'm saying. So if your route tree and your separation aren't the best, they're not in the elite category, you got to figure out how to get open and find the football. So, I mean, wide receivers that do this very well, they do, extend their career lifetime in the NFL. Antonio Brown was the staple of the arm push-off. Just as the ball's in the air, just give the little nudge, and then the guys will get a little bit open. You won't get an offensive pass interference flag on that, and I think Legette does this pretty well, especially with the physical attributes that he does have. Sound ball tracker, he boxes out extremely well. Do I want to believe that it's over-the-shoulder ball tracking is going to be his MO? Probably not, but I think that he can do it with, relatively easily skills. But I think that, when you're talking about what a guy you want him to do on the field, it's going to be the crosses over the middle, making the catch, making the yak. And, I mean, you can put him down the field on the sideline and make him go deep, and hopefully he's going to make that ball, reception for the touchdown. But I think contested catches are definitely part of his MO, and the yak ability on the slant and goes definitely will be there as well. So, I mean, for me, ball tracking is good, and I do like the box out more than I do like the over-the-shoulder ball tracking, but I still think he's very good in all these respects. He does create open windows for his quarterback. Saw this with Spencer Rattler as well. Had the opportunities, open room on the field. The field awareness, I'm not going to suggest is elite, but I do believe that he does give enough, window opportunity for his quarterbacks to find him down the field. And like I said, breakout season was in 2023. 71 receptions, 1255, 17.7 on the average, and 7 TDs. So he had an absolutely stellar campaign in 2023 with the Gamecocks, and he was very good, showcasing all his talents. But first, some cons. We know everybody's got them. And I'm going to start right there, man, with the subpar college career overall breakout in 2023. I mean, why? Why was this happening? First, 4 seasons in the college football, 42 receptions, 423 in yards, 10.5 on the average only, and only 5 TDs. So that's almost 1 touchdown a season for Legette. Why was the breakout taking so long? Why did it take to year 5 in his collegiate career to break out? He is an older rookie now at 23 years of age. What was the issue? Quarterback play, offensive system, offensive scheme. I mean, we can look at so many of these situations and say, why did this occur? Why did it take him so long to break out? And I mean, okay, going back, he's a 5th-year senior. So, I mean, if you're going back and saying he was trying to pad the stats to get him into the NFL draft, there is a little bit of a concern in this to suggest, why did it take so long? Why did you only have 1 year of good top-end productivity? And I think, as he does mature, some guys do mature late as well. He figured out his game as the years did go on. So potentially that is also as well. It just took some time. Late bloomer is kind of the situation potentially, but I do like his skill set overall. Full route tree is in question. And I'm going to say more dedication to the craft. It's more of a statement than a full-blown con, because I don't hate his route tree, but I'm not sitting here gushing over it either. I do believe that he has opportunities where he can make the plays on the slants, on the drags, when you're going deep sevens. I think he can make those plays extremely well, but are you going to see him doing like Justin Jefferson, juke and shake? That's tough to say, man. You're not going to see that in year 1. I don't want to believe. I mean, some people say it's hip tightness. I'm okay with it. I think, like I said, the fluid running ability, I'm all for. I don't think he's overly tight whatsoever. It's just how built he is. I think it's kind of like, the A.J. Brown type of situation where he is so extremely built that it does look like he is stiff at times, but I like Legette in this respect, but I just want to see more dedication to the craft in his route tree and separation. What will his role be in the NFL? Not a con, more of a statement, because what will it be? Is he going to be the guy that's like a Deebo Samuel-esque, somewhat gadget player taking handoffs, because he could likely take the punishment at 221, 6'1", so he's beefy, he's a strong dude. So you got to believe that, Carolina's got to, manufacture ways to get Bryce Young more comfortable, quick reads, easy passes, and Legette could be one of these guys, especially with a Deontay Johnson. You could have a double slot effect in Carolina that would absolutely benefit. I mean, with an Adam Thielen, there's triple effect. So this just shows you're looking for the easy targets for a Bryce Young with these 3 wide receivers. So we will see. Like I said, not elite juke or shake wide receiver. He's not going to shake anybody out of their pants, but he will be strong, physical, and then take off with those wheels down the field without question. And he's got some double catching. It didn't necessarily equate to a massive drop rate, but you do see it slap off the hands from time to time. I want to see him clean that up as well. It's just more dedication to the craft. I do like his game a lot. I think Xavier Legette is legit, and I think he will showcase that early on in the NFL. As we saw Bryce Young put on a little bit more muscle mass, he's looking good in the rookie OTAs and practices already. I do like this a lot. So in mini camps, I guess I should say, but I mean, it looks good, and I think that it's going to turn out extremely well. But for grading purposes, everybody gets a grade score. Legette's no different. 78.1% on my board, and that fits him into that very good ability with the potential of high-end upside for these wide receivers. And we know this wide receiver class is absolutely loaded and stacked, and there should be a lot of big-time booming happening with these rookie wide receivers as we get into year 2, 3, 4, and so on. I think we're going to see a lot of these guys be really high-quality, talented wide receivers, and Xavier Legette is definitely no different. So there you have it. That is Xavier Legette, South Carolina product, now Carolina Panthers wide receiver, and I think it's going to be very interesting. Very exciting times for Carolina. They are rebuilding in the right direction. Hopefully Bryce Young can take a giant leap in his progression, as year 1 was definitely not a good one for him whatsoever. Has a lot of people running for the hills, calling him a bust already. I'm not in that category. I still believe in Bryce Young. I still believe in how they're building this offense, and I think they will do very well in that respect. But nevertheless, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give me your thoughts. What do y'all think of Legette? You in, you out? Throw it in the comments. We can talk it out. But we'll see you next time. I am out.